Hi to all. So our next topic is percentage. This is the first topic of arithmetic and the most important. Why it is most important? Because this chapter has its application in entire arithmetic. Sometimes students ask me what is arithmetic. I simply say that arithmetic is all about percentage and ratios. And if you have mastered these two topics, then your arithmetic would be a very scoring part. Okay. So without wasting, I am starting with the session. In this session, what we are going to do, total number of class questions are 15. I have written 15, but if you will count the parts, it will cross 30. Because there are some parts for a particular question. There can be 2 parts, 3 parts, and 4 parts also. So it will exceed 30 definitely, and there are 50 practice questions. Once you do this, then your percentage is over. So this session would be slightly longer because I'm trying to cover the entire percentage in one session. So this session will go for 90 to 100 minutes, which I suppose. So I'm starting with the session. See. So first of all, you should know what is the meaning of percentage. Meaning of percentage is 1 upon 100. Wherever you get the symbol percentage, this is percent. So we use 1 upon 100 in place of percentage. Okay. Now, suppose I have to calculate 32% of 725. So generally there are two ways of doing this. One is 32% of 725. What you can do? 32% is 32 by 100 into 725. So cancel by 25. This is 4. Cancel by 25. 25 2s are 50. And this is 225 9s. So 29 into 8, which is 230. This is one approach. Second approach is some students do it like this. That 10% is, if you place a decimal before 5, that is 72.5. So 10% is 72.5. If 10% is 72.5, so 30% is triple of 72.5, which is 217.5. 1% is, if you put decimal before 2 digits, so that is 7.25. So 2% is 14.5. And if you add these two values, you will get 232. So this is the value of 32% of 725. Now, fraction to percentage values are very, very important. You have covered this in pre, but still I am telling you this because this plays a very, very important role while solving questions. So you should be very comfortable from 1 by 1 to 1 by 20. So 1 by 1 is 100%. Now it is very easy to relate. See, 1 by 1 is 100%. 1 by 2 is half of 100. That is 50%. 1 by 4 is half of 50. That is 25%. 1 by 8 is half of 25, that is 12.5%. And 1 by 16 is half of 12.5%, that is 6, 1 by 4%. This you have already covered, but still I am showing you all the values. So 1 by 1 is 100%, 1 by 2 is 50%, 1 by 3 is 33, 1 by 3%, 1 by 4 is 25%, 1 by 5 is 20%, 1 by 6 is 16, 2 by 3%, 1 by 7, because 7 is a prime number, it cannot be broken into any other number. So you have to learn this value. 1 by 7 is 14, 2 by 7%, or in decimal 14.28%. 1 by 8 is 12.5%. 1 by 9 is 11, 1 by 9%, and 1 by 10 is 10%. 1 by 11 is 9, 1 by 11%. 1 by 12 is half of 1/6. So this is 8, 1 by 3%. 1 by 13 is 7, 9 by 13%. 1 by 14 is 7, 1 by 7%. 1 by 15 is 6, 2 by 3%. 1 by 16 is 6, 1 by 4%, 1 by 17 is 5, 15 by 17%, or in decimal it is 5.88%. 1 by 18 is 5, 5 by 9%, 1 by 19 is 5, 5 by 19%, 1 by 20 is 5%. Now, please note down, there are two ways in which I have written the values. One is fraction, second is decimal values. The more accurate form is the fraction value. But I would suggest if you are going for your exam, then you should be comfortable in both the ways, fraction as well as decimal. Once you know values from 1 by 1 to 1 by 20, then you can find some other values related to this. I'll just give you an example. Suppose somewhere you get 1 by 20. Now you know that 1 by 12 is 8 1 by 3%. So 1 by 24 is half of 8 1 by 3. So half of 8 is 4. Half of 1 by 3 is 4 1 by 6%. So this you can easily do. Suppose if I give you 1 by 33%. 1 by 33 in terms of percentage. Now you know that 1 by 11. 1 by 11 is what? 9 1 by 11. So 9 1 by 11 divided by 3. So that is 3 1 by 33%. You can easily do this. So values from 1 by 1 to 1 by 20 should be on your tips. And you can calculate other values, related values fast. Okay. Now see, percentage increase or percentage decrease. Whenever we talk about percentage increase or percentage decrease, how we calculate? Final value minus initial value divided by initial value into 100. I give you one example. Suppose if I say a value becomes 32 from 28. So what is the percentage increase? Increase of 4 with respect to 28. So 4 by 28 into 100. 4 by 28 into 100. So 4 by 28 is 1 by 7. 1 by 7 is what? 14. 2 by 7%. So this should be very fast. Okay. Now see, there are some values where comparison is being asked. 12% of A is 15% of B. Find A is to B. As this is a mains batch, so my speed would be slightly faster. You can do by basics, but here I will be telling you the shortcuts, how to approach these kind of questions fast. So what you will do, 12% of A is equal to 15% of B. You just check their ratios. That is 4:5. My answer will be 5:4. You just reciprocate the values. Basically, you have to interchange the values. So 12:15 is 4:5, but my final answer would be 5:4. I know that all of you know the reason of this. Still, if you don't know, then you can ask in the doubt session. Okay. Now, 12% of A is equal to 15% of B is equal to 20% of C. What is the ratio of A, B, C? Whenever you encounter these kind of values, 12% of A is equal to 15% of B is equal to 20% of C, what is the best way to write the values fast? See, here it is 12, here it is 15, here it is 20. What is the LCM of 12, 15 and 20? LCM of 12, 15 and 20. That is 60. So what you have to do? You have to find a number which on multiplication by 12 will give you 60. That is 5. A number which on multiplication by 15 give you 60. So 4. A number which on multiplication by 20 gives you 60. That is 5, 4, 3. So answer is 5, 4, 3. And one very important thing, when you do these questions at your home, what do you have to do? Because this is a recorded video, so it would be slightly faster. What do you have to do? Pause the video, try to do the question yourself and then look for the solution. This is a better approach to improvise things. Okay. Otherwise, there is no point of just seeing the video. Now see this question. All of you try this question. 105% of A is equal to 110% of B is equal to 115% of C. Now you have to find the value of A, B and C. Now see how to do these kind of questions. How to do these kind of questions. Now whenever you get 105% of A is equal to 110% of B is equal to 115% of B. If something is cancelled out, please cancel out. All numbers are cancelled by 5. So this is 21A. I am cancelling 5 and percentage. So 21A is equal to 22B is equal to 23C. Now when you have to write the values of A, B, C, how you can do fast? Please try to understand this. How you can do fast. Now whenever you have to write A, just hide the number which is written with A. Take the product of the other two numbers. So that is 22 into 23. When you have to write B, hide this number, write the product of these two, 21 into 23. Now, whenever you have to write C, hide this number, write the product of these two, 21 into 20. Now, cancel by 2. If you cancel by 2, this is 11. Okay, it does not cancelling by 2. All numbers are not cancelling by 2. So, I have to just multiply. So, 22 into 23. 22 into 20 is 440 plus 66, 506. This is 460 plus 23, 483. This is 440 plus 22, that is 462. So answer for this is 506, 483 and 462. Now the next question. Again pause the video, try to do the question yourself. I will not say this thing again and again, but it is understood that you have to pause the video, try to do the question yourself and then look for the solution. 2 by 3 of A is equal to 60% of B is equal to 0.75 of C is equal to 57 1 by 7% of D. What is the ratio of A is to B is to C is to D? Now, whenever you have to calculate the value of A, B, C, D, what you will do? Just write A, B, C, D. What number is written? 2 by 3. Take the reciprocal of 2 by 3, which is 3 by 2. This is 60%, which is 3 by 5. Reciprocal of 3 by 5 is 5 by 3. This is 0.75, which is 3 by 4. Take the reciprocal, 4 by 3. That is 4 by 7. Take the reciprocal, that is 7 by LCM of 2, 3, 4 is 12. Multiply all values by 12. When you multiply this value by 12, what you will get? 18. When you multiply this by 12, you will get 20. When you multiply this by 12, you you get 16. When you multiply this by 2, you will get 21. So answer is 18, 20, 16 and 21. So this is the final answer. Okay. Now, the next question is A is 37.5% more than B. Then B is what percentage less than A? Whenever you get this kind of a question that A is 37.5% more than B. So first step is you should know what is 37.5%. 37.5% is triple of 12.5%. 12.5% is 1 by 8. So this is 3 by 8. Now they are saying A is 3 by 8 more than B. So if B is 8, so it is better to assume the denominator. If B is 8, then A is 3 more. So A is 11. If B is 8, then A is 11. Now B is what percentage less than A? B is what percentage less than? So B is how much less? 3. With respect to A. So 3 by 11 into 100. 1 by 11 is 9 1 by 11. So 9 1 by 11 into 3. That is 27 3 by 11%. Answer is 27 3 by 11%. Now see the next concept that is called as product constancy rule. This rule says if product of two things is a constant, if product of two things is a constant, if one will increase, then definitely other will decrease. Now, price into quantity is expenditure. If I say price of a certain commodity increases, so I can purchase less quantity if I have the fixed amount. Length into breadth is area. If length will increase, definitely breadth will decrease to keep the area same. Speed into time is distance. So the next concept is based on product constancy. How it will be used? I will be telling you with an example. See this. If the price of sugar is increased by 20%, then by what percentage consumption be reduced so that there is no change in expenditure? Now what they are saying, that price is increased by 20%. As soon as I have seen 20%, what comes to my mind? 20% is 1 by 5. So it means if price was 5, it becomes 6. When price is increased by 20%, that is 1 by 5. From 5, it becomes 6. So consumption will become 5 from 6. To keep the expenditure same. So expenditure is same. Whenever the expenditure is same, you can say if this is from 5 to 6, it will be 6 to 5. So what is the decrease in consumption? From 6 to 5. There is a decrease of 1 with respect to 6. So 1 by 6 into 100, that is 16, 2 by 3% per 16, 2 by 3%. Okay. Now see, if the length of the rectangle is decreased by 30%, then by what percentage its breadth be increased so that there is no change in area? Now what they are saying, that the length of the rectangle is decreased by 30%. We know that length into breadth is area. Length into breadth is area. Just wait. So length into breadth is area. Now they are saying length is decreased by 30%. So 30% is 3 by 10. So length becomes 7 from 10. So breadth will become 10 from 7. So 7 to 10, there is an increase of 3 with respect to 7. So 3 by 7 into 100. 1 by 7 is 14, 2 by 7. So this is 42, 6 by 7%. 42, 6 by 7%. Now, successive percentage. What is successive percentage change? Suppose I have some value. First, there is some change in this value. We got this as the new value. Now there is some change in this new value and I get another value. So this is successive percentage change where the changes are carry forward. I give you an example. See, A's salary is first increased by 20%, then it has decreased by 30%. What is the net percentage change in his salary? So what I can do, let I assume A's salary as 100. So first A's salary is increased by 20%. So it becomes 120. Then it is decreased by 30%. 30% of 120 is 36. So it is decreased by 36. It becomes 84. So from 100 it becomes 84. So there is a decrease of 16%. There is a decrease of 16%. Now, please note down, whenever there is a question on successive percentage, order is not important. Whether I increase first value by 30%, then decrease it by 20%. Or first I decrease by 20%, then I increase by 30%. answer would be same. The resultant would be same in both the scenarios. Now see, there is one formula also. You can use values as 100 and you can calculate, or you can use formula. Suppose the first change is x, second change is y, then the overall change is x plus y plus xy by 100. Please note down, if there is an increase, we have to use the positive sign. If there is a decrease, we have to use the negative sign. I give you one example. Suppose if I say first change is 25% increase, second change is 8% decrease. So what is the net change? So 25 minus 8, 25 into minus 8 upon 100. So this is 17 minus 2. So answer is 15%. Because we are getting positive, so 15% increase. So the final answer is 15% increase. Okay. Now see the next question. So the next question is, if the length of the rectangle is increased by 30% and its breadth is decreased by 20%, then what is the percentage change in area? Now, this question can be done by successive percentage change also. Okay. Now see, we know that area is what? Length into breadth. Area is length into breadth. So length into breadth is area. Now it is given. Length is increased by 30%. Breadth is decreased by 20%. What is the net change in area? So either you can take values of length and breadth. Let length is 10. Breadth is 10. So area is 100. Now length is decreased by 30%. 13. Breadth is decreased by 20%. 8. So 13 into 8 is 104. From 100 it becomes 104. So net increase of 4%. So 4% increase. Or you can use the formula. 30 minus 20. 30 into minus 20 upon 100. So that is what? 4% increase. 4% increase. Okay. Now see this. What are the limitations of successive percentage change? What is the problem with successive percentage change formula? Now see, if there are more than two values, then what you will do? Because we have the formula for two variables, x plus y plus xy by 100. Now, if there are more than two values, one approach is you can assume 100 and you can solve. Suppose this is the question, that first there is an increase of 20%, then increase of 30%, then decrease of 40%. What I will do? First approach, I will assume the value to be 100. It is increased by 20%, 120. Then it is increased by 30%. 30% of this is 36, so it is 156. Then it is decreased by 40%. 40% of this is 62.4. So this will become 93.6. So from 100, it is 93.6. So decrease of 6.4%. Decrease of 6.4%. This is one approach. Second approach is first an increase of 20%, then an increase of 30%. So the net change is x plus y plus xy by 100, which is 56%. Now this 56% and 40% you have to use. 56 minus 40, 56 into minus 40 upon 100. So this is 16 minus 22.4. So minus 6.4. That is decrease of 6.4%. Decrease of 6.4%. Is it clear? Now see this. If the length, breadth and height of a cuboid are increased by 20, 30 and 10%, what is the percentage change in its volume? Again, either you can take values or you can use successive percentage change formula. Length, breadth and height are increased by, now see, length is increased by 20%, breadth is increased by 30%, height is increased by 10%. What is the percentage change in volume? What I would suggest to you in the examination, you can take values. That this is 10, 10, 10. So volume is 1000. Now 10 is increased by 20%, 12. 10 is increased by 30%, 30. 10 is increased by 10%, 11. Now 12 into 13 is 156. 156 into 11 is 6, 11, 1, 7, 1. So from 1000 it becomes 1716. Increase of 716 with respect to 1000. So there is an increase of 71.6%. 71.6% increase. Okay. Now see, the second problem is when there are values which are in fraction. First, a decrease of 11, 1 by 9%, then a decrease of 12.5%, then a decrease of 10%. Then what you will do? Then you have to take help of ratios. 11, 1 by 9% is 1 by 9. 12.5% is 1 by 8. 10% is 1 by 10. Now here the problem is, if I take value as 100, it would be tough to calculate. If I use a formula, again it would be complicated to solve. So what I will be doing, I will be taking help of ratios. Decrease of 1 by 9. It means if the value was 9, there was a decrease of 1. So it becomes 8. If the value was 8, there was a decrease of 1. So from 8, it becomes 7. 1 by 10. If the value was 10, there is a decrease of 1. So this is 9 from 10. Just write the values and make a line in between. Now cancel whatever is getting cancelled out. So it means the final value is 7. Initial value is 10. So what is the percentage change? What is the percentage change? From 10 it becomes 7. So there is a decrease of 3 with respect to 10. So answer is 30% decrease. 30% decrease. Now see, I have taken one more example where there are 4 values and you have to find the net change. What I will do? 25% increase. 25 is 1 by 4. So from 4 it becomes 5. 40% is 2 by 5. From 5 it becomes 7. 30% increase is 3 by 10. So 10 to 30. 20% decrease is 4 from 5. Cancel out. What you can cancel out? 4 into 10 is 40. And this is 7 into 13 is 91. So from 40 to 91. I'm just checking once. 4 to 5, 5 to 7, 10 to 13, and this is 5 to 4. So this is cancelled. 4, sorry. I think we have cancelled it wrong. Just wait. I'm doing it once again. Please see. 4 to 5, 5 to 7, 10 to 13, and from 5 to 4. This is cancelled. This is cancelled. So this is 50 and this is 90. So from 50 to 91, there is an increase of 41 with respect to 50. So answer is 82% increase. 82% increase. Now, see this question. If the length of the rectangle is increased by 20%, then by what percentage is breadth be reduced so that area increases only by 12.5%? Very, very good question. I've seen many students solve this question by using successive percentage change formula. But that would be tough to solve. Okay, I just tell you a better approach. See what they have given you. What they have given you? They have given you that length is increased by 20%. By what percentage breadth be reduced so that area increases by 12.5. Now, see what happens actually. Whatever be the net change in area depends on the change in length and breadth. So if it is increased by 20%, I have to tell this is decreased by what percentage so that there is overall increase of 12.5%. So what you can say? Suppose the original value of area is 100. Now it becomes 112.5. So just write 112.5 divide by. If the original value of length was 100, it is increased by 20. So 120. Just take their ratios. Just take their ratio. We take decimal 25, cancel by 25. So this is 15 by 16. So breadth becomes 15 by 16 times of its original value. So it decreased by 1 by 16 and 1 by 16 is what? 6, 1 by 4%. So there is a decrease of 6, 1 by 4%. So there is a decrease of 6, 1 by 4%. Now see this. I've seen 95% student at least who do this question wrong for the first time. If the length of the rectangle is increased by 30% and breadth is decreased by 20%, what is the percentage change in perimeter of rectangle? Now, if they ask you percentage change in perimeter, what is given to you? Length is increased by 30%, breadth is decreased by 20%. What is the percentage change in perimeter? Now, perimeter depends on L plus B. Although the formula is 2 times of L plus B, but 2 is a constant, so it depends on L plus B. Now see, why we cannot solve this? What is the reason behind this? If the original length was L, now it becomes 1.3 L. If the original breadth was B, now it becomes 0.8 B. So if the original perimeter depends on L plus B, now it depends on 1.3 L plus 0.8 B. So what is the percentage change? Final value minus initial value. 0.3 L minus 0.2 B with respect to L plus B into 100. So we cannot solve this. Remember that. You cannot put values of length and breadth. Why it was getting correct in area? Because area depends on product. So whenever there is a question on product, you can directly put values. But whenever the question is on sum, you cannot put the values. You have to go by variables. So answer for this is cannot be determined. So for your exam, I would say you can remember that we can calculate the change in area, but perimeter can't be calculated. Or if you have doubt any, whenever you are doing any equation, if you have a doubt, always take variables. So you are 100% sure whether you are doing it correct or not. Now see, usage of successive percentage change and discounts. How successive percentage change is used in discounts. Suppose if I say there is a discount of 25% plus 60%. So what is the meaning of this? Meaning of this is first a discount of 25%, then a discount of 60% on the discounted value. So there are again two ways of doing this. First is if I assume the original value to be 100, discount of 25%, it becomes 75. Then a discount of 60%. 60% of 75 is 45. So discount of 45, it becomes 30. So from 100, it becomes 30. So answer is 70% discount. So this is one approach. Second approach is you can use formula. First change is minus 25. Why minus? Because there is a degrees. Second change is minus 60. So minus 25 into minus 60 upon 100. So this is minus 85 plus 15. So that is minus 70. Minus indicates that there is a degrees. So it means discount. So discount of 75. Sorry, 70%. Discount of 70%. Now, which discount is best among these for the customer? For every question, you have to pause the video. You have to try the question yourself and then look for the solution. Okay. Which discount is best for the customer? Suppose we have these 4 discounts. Now, I have to tell which discount is the best for the customer. One way is I should calculate all the values and check which one is a better discount. But the shortcut is whenever you have to check which discount is best, always focus on the values. If their sum is same, 30 plus 50, 80, 60 plus 20, 80, 55 plus 25, 80, 40 plus 40 is 80. The farther the values are there, the bigger is the discount. Now see, here the gap is 20, here the gap is 40, here the gap is 30, here the gap is 0. So maximum gap, maximum discount. So this is the best discount for customer. Best discount. Or what you can check, if their sum is same, 80, 80, 80, 80. See the bigger value. Out of 30 and 50, 50 is bigger, 60 and 20, 60 is bigger, 55 and 25, 55 is bigger. These are same. So whatever be the order of these values is the order of the discount. 60 is the greatest one among these 4 values. So this is the maximum discount. If I ask you which is the minimum discount, that is the 4th. And I would suggest you all that go by the detailed approach also. Try to calculate all the discounts and check which is the best one. Okay. Next is buy 4 get 1 free. Now suppose the question is buy 4 get 1 free. This I was teaching for last 12 years, but this time SSC has asked. Initially also they have asked 10, 12 years ago, but again they are asking. So that's why I never change my PPTs. I just add some extra things, but we cannot remove these things because these are also very important. Whenever I say buy 4 get 1 free, what is the discount? Now see, suppose I go to a shop to purchase 5 pens and the cost of 1 pen is 1 and there was no offer. So I have to give 5 rupees to the shopkeeper and I will get 5 pens. But suppose next day again I go to the shop and I want to purchase 5 pens. But on that day there is an offer buy 4 get 1 free. So I have to pay for 4 rupees, but I will get 5 pens. So the amount which I paid for on the first day was 5 rupees. The next day I paid 4 rupees. So there is a discount of 1 on 5. So 1 by 5 into 100. That is 20%. 20% discount. Or I can say the shortcut for these kind of questions is whatever be free divided by total into 100. Free divided by total into 100 is the discount percentage. Okay. Now see this. The next question. A person spent 20% on food, 28% on clothes and 12% on education. If he saves 12,000 rupees, find his income. This is very, very easy. So what is given? A person is spending 20% on food, 28 on clothes, 12 on education. So how much he spent? 20, 28 is 48 plus 12 is 60. 60% he spent. So what is left? 40%. Let the income was I. So 40% of I is equal to 12,000. From here you can get the value of I, which is 30,000. His income is 30,000. Very, very easy question. Okay. Now see the next question. Now there is slight variation to the previous one. So please focus here. A person spent 20% on food. Of the remaining amount, he spends 25% on education. Now whatever he is left with, he spent 10% on clothes and rest he saves. If his savings are 2,700, find his income. Now there are two ways to do this. First is let his income is 100 rupees. If his income is 100 rupees, then he spent 20 rupees on food. So on food he is spending 20 rupees. Now he is left with 80 rupees. He spent 25% of 80. 25% of 80 is 20 on education. So he is spending 20 on education. What is left? 60. Now he spent 10% of 60 on clothes. 10% of 60 is 6. So he is spending 6 on clothes. Now what he is left with? He is left with 54. And it is given as his saving. So 54 units is corresponding to 2,700. So it means 1 unit is actually 50 rupees. If 1 unit is 50 rupees, or you can assume here the income is 100 units, okay? 100 units. So if 1 unit is 50 rupees, his income is 100 unit, which is 5,000 rupees. So answer for this question is 5,000 rupees. This is one approach to do the question. Second approach, which is very important whenever the question is on remainder kind of thing. Let the income was I. He spends 20% on food. So what is left? 80%. This was left. Now of this value, he spent 25% on education. So what is left? 75%. Of this value, he spent 10%. So what is left? 90%. Which is equal to what? 2,700. Now you have to solve this. If you solve this, 0, 0 cancel, 1, 0, 1, 0 cancel. Or what I can do, I can cancel this 9 with this. This is 300. This is 3 by 4. Okay, this would be easy if I have done, but okay, I have done with this. So 225. Now this is 50. So if you cross multiply, you will get the value of income as. Although you can make this much simpler, but still, whatever I have done, I have proceeded by that only and I have completed the solution. Okay, so answer is 5,000. Now see, the same concept, but now the values are slightly complicated in fractions. So pause the video, try this question yourself and then look for the solution. A person spent 31 1 by 4%. Now what is 31 1 by 4%? Now 31 1 by 4. Now if it clicks to you, then it is very good. 31 1 by 4 is 31.25, which is 5 times of 6.25. And 6.25 is 1 by 60. So this is 5 by 60. If it clicks to you, then it is very good. If it does not click to you, then you have to convert it into fraction. Okay. Now 31 1 by 4% is actually 5 by 60. 18 2 by 11%. 9 1 by 11% is 1 by 11. So this is 2 by 11. 33 1 by 3% is very simple, which is 1 by 3. Now what is given? A person spent 31 1 by 4% on food. Let the income is X. So he spent this much on food. So what is left? 11 by 60. Of this value, he spends 18 2 by 11. So that is 2 by 11. So what is left? 9 by 11. Of this value, he spends 1/3. So what is left? 2/3, which is equal to what? 2,400. Now you can solve this. So this is 3. This is 400. So value of X is 6,400. So answer is 6,400. Now you can check this. Okay, so now I'm moving to the next question. Question based on election. Whenever you get question based on election, what is important? Focus on the language of the question. Focus on language of question. Because they can make the question tough by the language only. You have to focus on a candidate gets this much percent votes, or this much percent votes are casted, or this much percent are invalid. Whatever is written in the language, you have to focus on that. I just tell you one thing which is very important. Suppose casted votes are X. Casted votes are X. And valid votes are Y. Valid votes are Y. Whatever be the relation between X and Y. Winner got Z votes. Now if you want to calculate the vote of the loser, vote of loser would be Y minus Z. Y minus Z. This is important. Okay. You should know this. And once we do 2-3 questions on this, then this part would be very, very simple. Okay. Now see this. In an election between two candidates, one candidate got 46% votes and won the election by 600 votes. Now see, when I read this line, then I thought that there was some mistake in the question. How a person who is getting 46% is winning the election? Then I read the further part of the question. If 10% of the total votes were declared invalid, find the total number of voters in the list. Now it is very easy. Now see, there are two candidates. One candidate got 46% votes. 10% votes were invalid. Suppose total 100% are there. 46% is taken by first candidate. 10% are invalid. So 56, what is left? 44, which is taken by the second candidate. Now the first candidate won the election by 600. He got 46%. He got 44. So gap is 2%. So 2% of total votes is equal to 600. So total votes is 30,000 because 1% is 300. So 100% is 30,000. Now see the next question. All of you try this question. I'm just taking water. All of you try this question. Now, in an election between two candidates, 75% of the voters cast their votes, out of which 2% of the votes were declared invalid. A candidate got 9261 votes, which was 75% of the valid votes. Find the total number of voters enrolled in the election. Let the total voters are X. Let the total voters are X. Let the total voters are X. 75% of the voters casted their votes. So how many casted their votes? 75%. These are the people, those who casted their votes. Out of which 2% votes were declared invalid. So how many are valid? 98%. So these are the valid votes. The winner got 75% of valid votes. So this is 75%, which is equal to what? Which is equal to what? 9261. Now from here you have to calculate the value of X. This is very simple. You just have to make the structure, then it is very easy. What I have done, I am again repeating, let the total voters be X. 75% casted. So these are the people, those who have voted, casted their votes. Out of this, 2% were invalid. So 98% are valid. 2% were invalid. So 98% are valid. So this is valid votes. One of the candidates got 75% of valid votes. So 75% of this value, which is 9261. Now I have to solve this. Now simple calculation is there. This is 3, this is 4. This is 49, this is 50. This is 3, this is 4. If I cancel this by 3, this is 3, 0, 8, 24, 2, 21, 7. If I cancel by 3, this is 1, 0, 2, 9. If I cancel by 49, this is 21. So 21 into 4, 84. Then 4200 into 4, 16800. So answer for this is C option, 16800. Now see the next question. In an election, two candidates participated. 10% of the voters didn't vote. I'm again repeating, whenever a question comes to your screen, please pause the video. Try the question yourself. Why I'm doing fast? Because this is a recorded video. But maybe I will take 90 minutes to record this entire percentage. But for you to digest it, you will be taking 3 hours. Okay. So please pause the video, try the question yourself and then look for the solution. In an election, two candidates participated. 10% of the voters didn't vote. 300 votes were declared invalid and the winner got 60% of the voting list and won by 900 votes. Find the number of valid votes. So how we can proceed? Let I assume the total voters. Let I assume the total voters be X. Now they are saying 10% didn't vote. So how many voted? 90%. So 90% of X are the people who voted. 300 votes were declared invalid. So I can directly write valid votes. Valid voters 90% of X minus 300. The winner got 60% of the voting list. So winner got 60% of this X. Now I told you to get the votes of the loser, what do you have to do? Valid votes minus winner. This minus this. You get 30% of X minus 3. Now the difference between these two values, is given as 900. So when you take the difference of these two values, that is 30% of X plus 300 is 900. So from here you get the value of x as 600 is 30%. So that is 2000. Now these are the total voters, but they are asking the number of valid votes. Valid votes is 90% of this minus 300. So 1800 minus 300, 1500. Very, very important question. Why it is important? There are two things which you have to understand in this question. One, the usage of variable. I have not assumed the value. Why? Because there were values like 300 votes were declared invalid. The winner won the election by 900 votes. Second, you have to understand that you got the value of x as 200, but you have to focus on what they are asking. They are asking the valid votes. So correct answer is 1500. Correct answer is 1500. So if I talk about valid votes are 1500. Okay. Now, the next concept is question based on commission. These commission kind of questions are like that, where a salesman is getting some commission. When he sells something, he gets some commission. So questions are based on that concept. Now, please all of you see this question. Now, the question is, if a sales agent get a commission of 4% on the sales of first 10,000 and a commission of 6% on the sales above 10,000. If he has done a total sale of 27,000, find his commission. Now see, a person is doing a sale and sale is of 27,000. Okay. Now, we have to find the commission. So it is given that on first 10,000, this commission is 4%. So I'm getting 4% of 10,000, or the salesman is getting 4% of 10,000. On the rest amount, that is 17,000, because he has done a total sale of 27,000. On first 10,000, 4%. On next 17,000, 6%. This is total commission. Just solve this. This is 400 plus 17 6 are 102. So that's why we say tables are very important. So the total commission is 1420 rupees. 1420 rupees. Now see this question. If a sales agent get a commission of 4% on the first 20,000 and a commission of 5% on the sales above 20,000, after deducting his commission, the rest amount is deposited in company's account. If the amount deposited in company's account is 57,200, find his sales amount. Very, very important question and a very good logic when I will be solving this. So please pause the video, try this question yourself and then look for the solution. What is given? The agent is getting 4% on first 20,000 and a 5% on sales above 20,000. Whatever be his commission, he will take that value and rest he deposit in company's account. It is given that in company's account, he deposited 57,200. So what is the sales amount? One thing I am sure that sales amount will definitely be more than this, because after deducting his commission, he has deposited this much in company's account. Now see, what is the logic to solve this question? Some people will make complex equations and they will solve. But when you are appearing for mains exam, your approach should be different from others. You should be very fast. Okay, now see this. On first 20,000, this is 0, this is 20,000. So on first 20,000, the commission is 4%. And after 20,000, the commission is 5%. Now, if I assume, let the commission was entirely 5%. Here also he was getting 5%, here also he is getting 5%. If he gets 5% here, it means he is getting 1% more on 20,000. And 1% of 20,000, 1% of 20,000 is 200 rupees. So if he will get 200 rupees more, it means 200 rupees less would be deposited in the company account. So company account will get 57,000 rupees and he gets 5% commission. So company account is getting 95% of sales value. So from here you can get the value of sales. That is 60,000. Just a simple equation and you got the answer. Okay. Now see this. Same concept. One more question. Please all of you try this. Pause the video. Try this question. I hope now you have done this. Okay. I'm just giving you 30 more seconds. By that time, I'll just fix this mic. Okay. A company gives 5% commission to its salesman up to the sale of 10,000 and a commission of 4% on the sales above 10,000. If the salesman deposits 31,100 rupees in company's account, after deducting his commission, find the totals. Now see, what is going in my mind? Initially, he is getting 5% commission till 10,000. After 10,000, 4%. If I assume the entire 4%, so we will get 1% less on 10,000, which is 100 rupees. If he gets 100 rupees less, company account will get 100 rupees more. So that is 31,200. And the commission for the entire part would be what? 4%. So company's account is getting 96%. So 96% of sales is this. So from here you can get the value of sales. 31200 into 100 by 96. If you cancel by 4, this is 24. If you cancel by 4, this is 7,800. If you cancel by 6, this is 4. This is 1,300. And this is 25. So 1,300 into 25, this is 32500. So answer is B option. Answer is B option. Now, see the next question. If the price of mangoes is decreased by 20%, because of which a person is able to purchase 12 mangoes more than 360 rupees. Now, very, very interesting question, a very common question. There are 4 different questions that can be framed on this. So, if you have understood this concept, you can do it very fast. See, if the price of mangoes is decreased by 20%, 20% is what? 1 by 5. 1 by 5. So, if the price was 5, it becomes 4. The price of mangoes is decreased by 20%. If price becomes 4 from 5, so quantity will become 5 from 4. Why? Because expenditure is same. It is given same. Okay. So, I am again repeating, because it is given in the question that price has decreased by 20%. So, from 5 it becomes 4. So, quantity from 4 to 5. Now, it is given in the question that a person is able to purchase 12 more mangoes. So, 1 quantity is equivalent to 12. So, if 1 unit is 12 mangoes, then 4 unit is 48 mangoes. So, this is the original quantity. This is the original quantity. Okay. So, the question is, what is the new price of 1 mango? This is the original quantity. Now, see what they can ask you. They can ask you the original quantity. So, original quantity. Answer for this is 48. Now, if they ask you new quantity, because 1 unit is 12, so 5 unit is 60. 5 unit is 60. So, the new quantity is 60. Now, if they ask you the original price, because the original quantity is 48 in 360 rupees. So, if you have to calculate the price, 360 divided by 48, divided by 12, so that is 7.5. And if you want the new price, new quantity is 60. So, 360 divided by 60, that is what? 6 rupees. Okay. I'm again repeating, as it is a recorded video, you have to work on this. Okay. Now see, question on income tax. They will give you a question like this. Suppose a person has some income. You know that if a person has some income, after giving the tax on his income, whatever is left is called as net income. Net income. Now, if I say the income of person is fixed, if the income is fixed, if you increase income tax, net income will decrease. And if you decrease income tax, net income will increase. And one more thing which is very important. If the income is fixed, if income tax is increased by 10,000, net income will decrease by 10,000 for sure. This is the logic which will be used in further questions. Please see this. If the rate of income tax is increased by 12%, then the net income of a person is reduced by 3%. What is the rate of income tax? Previous year question. Okay, now see. If the rate of income tax, so I am writing here that this is income tax. The rate of income tax is increased by 12%, because of which the net income of a person is reduced by 3%. Now we know that whatever be the increase in income tax is same as the decrease in net income. Now income tax is increased by 12%. So 12% of income tax is equal to 3% of net income. So from here you can get the value of income tax is to net income. You know that values will be interchanged. This is 4 is to 1. So if income tax is 4, net income is 1, it means before, this would be 1 is to 4. So values will be interchanged. This is 1 is to 4. So it means if income tax is 1, net income is 4. So before deducting this tax, the income was 5. So tax of 1 on 5. So 1 by 5 into 100, that is 20%. So rate of income tax is 20%. Rate of income tax is 20%. Okay. Now see, question based on fresh fruits and dry fruits. Question based on fresh fruits and dry fruits. Now, whenever you get question based on fresh fruits and dry fruits, there is one very important concept used here, that the amount of pulp remains same. This is the crux. Okay. Whenever you have to do these kind of questions, focus only on the amount of pulp because pulp remains same. So concept is amount of pulp remains same. Amount of pulp remains same. Okay. Now see this. Fresh fruit contains 28% water and dry fruit contains 8% water. How many kgs of dry fruit can be obtained from 690 kg of fresh fruit? Now see, what is given to us? Let this is fresh fruit, percentage water, percentage of pulp. Now, fresh fruit contains 28% water, so rest is pulp, that is 72. Dry fruit contains 8% water, so pulp is 90. Now, you have to just focus on the pulp part. It is given that we have 690 kg of fresh fruit. So, how much dry fruit can be obtained? Let X. So, one way is 72% of 690 is equal to 92% of X. Just you have to solve this. Percentage cancel. 23 4s are 23 30. This is 18. So, value of X is 5. Or you can look it like this. The ratio here is 72 is to 92. 72 is to 92. Is 18 is to 23. If this is 18 is to 23, this would be 23 is to 18. So 23 unit is 690. So 1 unit is 30. So 18 unit is 18 into 30, which is 540. Okay. Now see this. Question based on the same concept. If 20 kg fresh watermelon contains 96% water, after some time, some water evaporates and the percentage of water becomes 95%. What is the present weight of watermelon? So now just focus on the pulp part. Now see here. Here 96% water is there. So 4% is pulp. Here water is 95%. So 5% is pulp. Now focus on the ratio of pulp. From 4, it becomes 5. So volume will become from 5, it becomes 4. So 5 unit is corresponding to 20 kg. So 4 unit will correspond to 16 kg. Just see if your concepts are clear. You can do these questions in 15 seconds at max. Okay. Now see this. Again, a question based on this. All of you try this. Pause the video. Try the question and then look for the solution. At the start of the party, a basket placed at the center of the room contained 1000 fruits. Exactly 99% of which are apples. So what is given? That there were 1000 fruits. 1000 fruits, out of which apples are 99%. Okay. By the end of the party, the percentage of apples in the basket fell to 98%. Okay. When the party gets over, obviously, before the start of the party, there were 99% apples and total 1000 fruits are there. Some people have consumed some fruits. Some have consumed apples. Some have consumed other fruits other than apple. So the percentage of apples dropped to 98. If it is known that all guests ate only apples, so it is given that only they have eaten apple. Okay. Now when they say all the guests have eaten only apples, it means the other fruit is a constant. Whatever was its value. So I will focus on that which is not changing. Here, suppose this is other fruits. Other fruit. If this was 1%, this was 2% now. The ratio is 1 is to 2. So here it should be 2 is to 1. So 2 unit is 1000. So 1 unit is 500. So now 500 fruits are left. So how many apples they have eaten? Because total fruits was 1000. Now they are 500 and only apples are eaten by the guest. So 500 apples are eaten by the guest. Answer is no. So if your concepts are good, you can do that much fast. Okay. Now, the question based on examination. So rather than I should tell you the concept, it is better we directly jump to the question. You will understand this. Very easy. In a certain exam, A got 38% marks and failed by 18 marks. Now see, A is a student who got 38% marks and he failed by 18 marks. 18 marks. B is a student who got 49% marks and scored 15 marks more than the passing marks. Now the question is, there are 4 parts: maximum marks, passing percentage, A's marks. Now please understand, there are 2 students. Let both have the target of clearing the exam. Okay. So let this was the target. First candidate, A, got 38% marks. So he failed by 18 marks. Whereas another candidate got 49% marks and scored 15 marks more than the passing marks. So what is the gap between them? One got 18 less, other got 15 more. So gap is 33. Why 33? Because of 11%. So 11% is equal to 33. So 1% is equal to 3. So 100% is 300. So maximum marks is 300. Passing marks. The first candidate got 38%. 38% of 300 is 114. But he failed by 18 marks. So if he got 18 marks more, he would have passed. So 114 plus 18, that is 132. What is the passing percentage? 132 out of 300. 132 divided by 300 into 100, 44%. What are A's marks? 38% of 300. That is 114. Is it clear to all? Okay. Now, the next question. In a test, a student got 30% marks and failed by 25 marks. In a test, a student got, let A is the student, he got 30% marks and failed by 25 marks. In the same test, another student, let B is there, got 40% marks and scored 25% more than the passing mark. Okay. So question is, what are the passing marks? Now this question is slightly different from the previous one. Okay. Now see, first candidate got 30% marks and failed by 25 marks. Second candidate got 40% marks and scored 25% more than the passing. Now I am assuming, let passing marks is 4x. Why I am taking 4x? Please see, I am assuming passing marks as, you can assume 4 units. Why I am taking 4 units? Because the second candidate got 25%, which is 1/4 more than the passing. So if passing marks are 4 units, second candidate got 5 units, and that 5 unit is equal to 40%. So if 5 unit is 40%, it means 1 unit is 8%. And if 1 unit is 8%, passing marks are 32%. So the first candidate who got 30% marks failed by 25 marks. Passing marks are 32%, he got 30%. So gap is of 2%. So 2% is equal to 25 marks. Now the question is, what are the pass marks? For pass marks, we need 32%. So I need 32%. Multiplied by 60, multiply by 60. So answer is 400. Answer is 400. Is it clear to all? Is it clear to all? Any doubt? So answer for this is 400. Next is the concept of Venn diagram, the last concept in percentage, and after this, the topic is over. Now, Venn diagram. This is again a very important concept, so we will take 20 minutes on this. So there are 2 different kinds of questions which they will ask, either on 2 variables or on 3 variables. Now, what kind of questions they ask? They ask questions like this, that some people drink tea, some people drink coffee, some drink both, some drink neither. Okay, and they will give you a certain situation and you have to find the unknown which they are asking. So what do you have to do? Whenever you get this kind of question, what you do? You will take a rectangle where we are representing all our elements. So this rectangle actually represents universal set. So let some people drink tea. So I make first circle for tea. Some drink coffee. So I'm making another circle for coffee. So let this is tea, this is coffee. So this is A, this is let B, this is C, this is. So first you should understand what is A, what is B, what is C, what is D. So A is those people who are drinking only tea. B is those people who are drinking only coffee. C are those people who are drinking both tea and coffee. And D are those who are drinking neither tea nor coffee. Neither tea nor coffee. So once you have made this diagram and you are clear with what is A, what is B, what is C, what is D, then it is very easy to solve. Two variables is very, very easy. Just in 30 seconds you can do the question at max. Okay. Now, I'll just give you some examples. Please just listen to me carefully and think what is the answer. If I say, how many people drink tea? Answer is A plus C. For tea, the circle is this, A plus C. How many people drink coffee? Complete circle of coffee, B plus C. If I say, how many people drink both? Answer is C. How many people drink neither tea nor coffee? Answer is D. How many people drink exactly one? So that is A plus B. Now here one very important question. Suppose they say, how many people drink at least one? At least one. At least means minimum. At least one. At least one of the drink. It means minimum one drink. So A will be considered because A is drinking tea. B will be considered because B is drinking coffee. C will be considered because C is drinking both tea and coffee. So if the question is at least one, answer is A plus B plus C. If the question is at most one, at most one, at most means maximum. At most means maximum. So this is C. C will not be considered because C is drinking both. We want maximum one. So A will be taken, B will be taken, and D will be taken also. So please note down, some people don't consider D. D will be taken here. Why? Because D is not drinking anything. So 0. And A and B are drinking 1. Okay. So we want at most 1. So A plus B plus D. So whenever you do question on Venn diagram, what you have to do? Suppose whatever be the question, and you are filling the values, always give first priority to this value. Try to fill this part first and then second priority to this. Whenever you are filling the data inside the circle, give first priority to this and then fill the other parts. So this is the priority order. I'll start with one example, a very simple example. So please see this. In a class, there are 120 students. Total, there are 120 students. So I'm writing the data. 120 students are there. 83 drink tea, 97 drink coffee, and 75 drink both tea and coffee. Both tea and coffee. Now they are asking some questions. So first you have to make this diagram. Okay. So let all the students are in this rectangle. So first circle for tea, second for coffee. Now see, it is given that 70 drink tea and coffee, both. So I will fill this value first. So this is 75. Complete circle of T is 83. So if this is 75, complete is 83. So this is 8. Complete circle of coffee is 97. So this is 97. If this is 75, so this is 22. So if you add all these values, this is 105. So what is left? 15, because total is 120. Now whatever they ask, you can answer the question fast. First part. How many drink at least one of tea or coffee? At least one. This plus this plus this. So this total is 105. How many drink at most one? 15, 8 and 22. So that is 45. Very important. Okay. So whenever you get a question on the screen, pause the video, try to do yourself and then look for the solution. Okay. Now see the next question. In a class, 68% student pass in math. I'm writing the data. How many students pass in math? 68% student passed in maths. 79% passed in English. 12% failed in both the subjects. Failed in maths, failed in English. I'm using M for maths, E for English. Now, first I will make the diagram. First circle, second circle. These are those who pass in maths. These are those who passed in English. Now, my first priority is to fill this part. But this value is not given to me directly in the question. So what is given to me directly in the question? 12%, those who failed. So where are those 12%? Outside the circle. So these are the 12% who failed in both the subjects. Out of 100%, 12% failed in both the subjects. So what is left? 88%. Now, how many passed in maths? 68. If this is 68 and complete is 88, so this is 20. Complete circle of English is 79. If this is 20, this is 79. So this is 59. Complete circle of maths is 68. If this is 59, this is 9. So you got all the values. Now whatever they ask, you can answer the question fast. First part, passed only in maths. Only in maths. Answer is 9%. Second part, passed in maths but failed in English. When I say the second part, passed in maths but failed in English, it is same as the first part. Passed only in maths. Again, the answer is 9%. Now just see the diagram and answer further questions. Failed only in English. If I say failed only in English, it means passed only in maths. Again, the answer is 9%. So part number 1, 2 and 3, all three were same. If you look at the diagram carefully and read the statements, all three parts were same. See the next question, fourth part. Pass in at least one subject. At least one subject. Pass in at least one subject. This plus this plus this. So that is what? 88%. Pass in at most one subject. At most 12, 9 and 20. So I'm just writing so that you should be very clear. So answer is 41%. Pass in exactly one subject. Exactly one subject, 9 and 20. Pass in exactly one subject. So that is 29%. So answer is 29%. Now, Venn diagram, three variables. I tell you, generally they don't ask question on three variables in SSC exam, but you should know the basics of three variables also, because you don't know when they will ask. So we see this also. Three variables. Whenever the question is on three variables, suppose I take a rectangle. Let the first circle is representing all those who play cricket. Those who play cricket. Second circle represent all those who play basketball. And third circle represent all those who play hockey. Now, there are total 8 regions. One is this region from here to here. Let this is A. One is from here to here, B. One is from here to here. Let this is C. This is D. This is E. This is F. This is G. This is H. Once you know about A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, you can solve all the questions. So the most important thing is to understand what is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So I will be giving you some parts and you have to tell me the answer in terms of A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So I'm just writing first part. Suppose the question is, how many students play only cricket? Okay. So just look at the diagram and tell me what is the answer. Only cricket. So this is complete circle of cricket, but only cricket is A. So if the question is only cricket, answer is A. Suppose the question is those who play cricket. Those who play cricket. Now cricket means the entire circle of cricket. A, D, G, E. So answer for cricket is A plus D plus G plus E. A plus D plus G plus E. Is it clear to all? Any doubt to anyone till this part? Okay. Now, suppose they say how many play exactly one sport. Exactly one sport. Not more than one. Exactly one. So A is playing only cricket, B is playing only basketball, C is playing only hockey. So answer is A plus B plus C. If they ask you how many play at least 2 sports, at least 2 sports. So if you look at D, D is playing cricket, basketball, E is playing cricket, hockey, F is playing basketball and hockey, and G is playing all them. So at least 2 if they ask. So answer is D plus E plus F plus G. If they ask you those who play exactly 2 sports, exactly 2. So if they ask you exactly 2, answer is D, E and F. We cannot take G because G is playing all the 3 sports. D, E, F. Now if I ask you those who play at least 1. At least 1. At least 1 means they are playing any sport. So all the variables will be taken except H. So answer is A plus B plus C plus D plus E plus F plus G. Now this is very easy. But one part which is very important, when they ask you a question like this, how many students play cricket and basketball? This is the question where I've seen many students making a mistake. How many students play cricket and basketball? Those who play cricket and basketball. If you look at the diagram very carefully, cricket and basketball. So this is the common area. So that is D plus. So this is the place where I've seen many students making a mistake. They give the answer only D. But G is also playing cricket and basketball. If they ask you a question, those who play cricket and basketball both, answer is D plus G. If they only cricket and basketball, the answer is D. Now, whenever you get a question on three variables, first circle, second circle, third circle. So try to fill this part first. First priority, second priority, and third priority. So this is the priority order. So first you have to try to fill this value, which is common to all them. Then common to 2, then common to 1. Or they are only cricket, only basketball, only hockey. Now I take one example. See this. In a class there are 120 students. 60 read Times of India, 55 read Hindu, 45 read Economic Times, 90 students read Times of India and Hindu, 12 read Hindu and Economic Times, 15 read Economic Times and Times of India. There are 4 students who read all the 3 newspapers. Then they are asking several parts. Now see, I'm just writing the data first and then we'll make the diagram. So please be very careful. I'm making the diagram here also. They have given you 3 newspapers. This is the first circle, Times of India. Second circle is Hindu. And the third circle is Economic Times. Okay. Now, in a class there are 120 students. 60 read Times of India. 60 read Times of India. So I'm writing the data. Total 120 students are there. 60 read Times of India. 55 read Hindu. 45 read Economic Times. So I'm using E for Economic Times. 19 read Times of India and Hindu. 12 read Hindu and Economic. 15 read Economic Times and Times of India. 4 read all the 3. H, E, T. So this is the data. So how to proceed with this data? This is very, very important. You have to start in reverse order. 4 read all the 3 uses. So this is 4. Now 15 read Economic Times and Times of India. Economic Times and Times of India. So this part is 15. This part is 15. So if this is 4, this is 11. 12 read Hindu and Economic Times. So this is 12. This part is 12. If this is 4, this is 8. 19 read Times of India and Hindu. Times of India and Hindu, 19. So this is 19. So this is 15. 45 read Economic Times. So this is 45. 11, 4, 19 and 8, 27. So this is 8. 55 read Hindu. So this is 55. 15 for 19, 27. So this is 28. 60 read Times of India. If you add all this, it should be 60. 15 for 19 and 11, 30 and 30. So this is 60. Okay. I'm again checking the entire data. Is that data correct or not? Okay. 4 students read all the 3 newspapers. So I put here 4. 15 read Economic Times and Times of India. So Economic Times and Times of India, 15. So this is 11. 4 and 11, 15. 12 read Hindu and Economic Times. So 4 and 8, 12. 19 read Times of India and Hindu. So if this is 4, this is 15. 45 read Economic Times. So this is 45. 18, 26, 30, 41. This is the mistake. Okay. 8, 4, 12, 11, 23. So this should be 28. Okay. Okay. So this is 22. 55 read Hindu. So this should be 55. 43, 40. Okay. 60. This is 60. Okay. So now the data is perfect. So if I add all the values, this is 60, 88, 96, 118. Total 120 students are there. 118 are inside circle. So 2 are outside circle. Now you can answer any damn question but just by looking at this diagram. See the first question. Those who read only Times of India. So only Times of India, answer is 30. Those who read only Hindu. So answer is 28. Those who read exactly one newspaper, exactly one. 30, 28 and 22. So 30, 28 and 22. So that is what? 8. Those who read at least 2 newspapers, 15, 11, 8, 4. 15 and 11 is, okay, I just write the values here. 15, 11, 8, 4. Add this. 26, 34, 38. Those who read at least 1 newspaper. At least 1 means what? All the students except this. So 118. Okay, the next question is those who read at most 1 newspaper. At most 1 newspaper means maximum 1. At most 1. So 2, 30, 28 and 20. 30, 28 and 22 is 80 plus 2, 82. So at most 1 is 82. Those who read Hindu, this is very important. Those who read Hindu but not economic times. Those who read Hindu, it means they are present in this circle but not economic times. So 28 and 15. So that is 43. Now, the next question. 40% of the total staff of 250 of an IT company quit their jobs on the same day. Okay. So out of 250, 40% quit. This should be done orally. 100 people quit. So how many are left? 150. Okay. So 150 are left. I'm just writing the data here. So 150 people are left. Now 55 can handle the design process. I'm using D. 70 can handle maintenance. I'm using M. 90 can handle advertisement. I'm using A. 25 can handle both design and maintenance. 25 can handle design and advertisement. 25 can handle maintenance and advertisement. If there is no one who can't do anything. So this is very important. They are saying there is no one who can't do anything. So this is design, this is maintenance, and this is advertisement. D, M, and A. There is no one who can't do anything. So this is 0. Now, let's see. We try to fill the data because this is 0. If there are no one who can't do anything, then how many employees can do everything? We have to tell this value, which is common to all. Which is common to. Okay. We can use formula also, but I don't want to do this question by formula. I just want to tell you the basics so that you can do any damn question by this diagram. Okay. Now see. I don't know this value. Let this value is X. Now they have given you 25 M and A. So this part is 25. If this is X, this is 25 minus. This is also 25. D and A is also 25. So this is 25 minus. D and M is also 25. So this is 25 minus X. Now, complete A is 90. So this is 90. So you have to subtract these 3 values from 90. So what you will get? 40 plus X. Now you want this complete M to be 70. So this is 20 plus X. This is 55. So this is 5 plus X. And you know that all total is 150. Just add all the values and equate it to 150. Now I know that circle of A is 90. Circle of A is 90. So I'm just writing 90 plus 20 plus X plus 25 minus X plus 5 plus X is equal to 150. So minus X plus X cancel. 90 plus 20, 110 plus 30, 140 plus X is 150. So value of X is what? 10. So mark the answer as 10. But if you have used your common sense, you don't have to do this much. You can solve the answer in 5 seconds just by using your common sense. What is that common sense? We know that 25 people are in D and M. So this X has to be less than 25. There is only one option. That is okay. So sometimes you have to be smart enough. Okay. So this is all about percentage. I have completed the entire percentage. You can check the entire YouTube. Nobody has done this much fast in YouTube history. The complete percentage topic, that much fast. Please go and check. And these are the questions. I have discussed everything in detail. Okay. And these are the practice questions. Total there are 50 questions, quality questions. Once you do all the class questions plus these practice questions, nobody can stop you from getting full marks in percentage. And whatever be the doubts in percentage, we will be discussing on our Google Meet session. Those who are interested for our batch, they can join our batch also. Why I'm saying this in this session? Because this video I will be making public on YouTube also, but rest topics are not public. So if you want to join our batch, because what we are doing, 20 mock test live analysis, 20 mock test doubts, 20 sessions where I am taking live doubts. No teacher take doubts, okay? And I am taking live doubt session, and 75 to 78 hours of complete theory. Just see, in one class I have completed the entire percentage, okay? So you have to practice these questions. You will get the PDF of this on your paid batch group. And if you are interested for our mains batch, you can send me a message on 9971 658 659. So this is all for this session. Thanks to all. Bye-bye.